Hi friend, thank you for being here. Do you find making decisions or important decisions a hard thing to do? I was having a conversation with a coaching client the other day and caught me by surprise because she seems very confident. She says she gets paralyzed by making important decisions because she's very clear on what she doesn't want, but she feels very uncertain about what she wants. So I wonder if you also feel that way sometimes. It's like we don't want to make the wrong decision. And we seek answers from other people because deep down we're just don't trust ourselves. So today we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about self-doubt. And you know that feeling, that voice says, who am I to do this? Or the urge to triple check every decision because we're so afraid of getting it wrong. Maybe you felt this before, like you're one step away from being found out. Like everyone else has it figured out and you are just winging it. I don't know if you have that feeling before. I know I have. So self-doubt might feel very personal, but it's actually incredibly common. It even exists in people who seem to know everything and people you look up to. So today, let's gently unpack where self-doubt comes from, how it shows up, and why it's not a reflection of your worth. Let's get started. So first, let's talk about what is self-doubt. At its core, self-doubt is the feeling of not trusting yourself, not trusting your voice, your ideas, or your ability to figure things out. Here's the tricky part. Self-doubt doesn't always shout. It often whispers, showing up as your brain's way to trying to protect you. It tends to get louder when we tie our self-worth to what other people think. We live in a constant prove myself mode, or we rehearse old negative narratives about ourselves. So how does self-doubt show up? So self-doubt rarely says, I'm doubting myself. That's usually not the case. Instead, it hides behind the thoughts like, if I'm not great at this right away, maybe I shouldn't even try. I'm too old, too young, too late, or if I make a mistake, I'm a failure. That's a very common one. So self-doubt wears masks like impostor syndrome. That's where you feel like you tricked people into thinking you're capable. It shows up as perfectionism, believing if it's not flawless, it's not worthy. It can also show up as scarcity mindset, feeling like if someone else is succeeding, there's no space left for you. When these layers of doubt stack up, we start playing small. We call it being careful, but really we're trying to avoid the pain of not feeling enough. Let me tell you about two clients, names changed, of course. The first one is Patty. Patty believed if something wasn't perfect, she had failed. Whenever things got messy or uncertain, her instinct was to back away, not because she didn't care, but because she doubted she was good enough to handle it. Then there is Greg, a former athlete now in a corporate job. He constantly compared himself to other people. If he wasn't outperforming, he believed he was falling behind. He was exhausted from tying his worth to his achievement. So different paths, same wound. They both believed worthiness had to be earned, not something they already carried inside. So self-doubt can be so frustrating. What can we do about it? Self-doubt isn't something we get rid of forever. It's part of our internal safety system, but it doesn't have to control us. Here is a 4-step gentle process I use with my clients, and I hope it's helpful. Number 1, notice it. Catch it when it shows up. Name it. For example, inner critic, the warrior, whatever feels right, to create space between you, the person, and the doubt. Number 2, address it. Ask yourself, what triggered this? Is it fear, a past wound, someone else's voice? Be a good listener to your insecurity, but stick to fact, not assumptions. Number 3, process it. Challenge your beliefs. Is it true you're doomed if you make a mistake? Even if you have failed before, are mistakes truly irreversible? And most of the time, they're not. Number 4, reframe it. Ask yourself, what else might be true here? What would I say to a friend if that person is in this situation? This brings me to my next example using my client Casey's story. Casey used to feel like a failure because her to-do list never ended. But when we zoomed out, we saw her workload had tripled. It wasn't her fault. Instead of measuring her worth by unfinished tasks, she learned to shift her attention to what she has accomplished. She also decided to prioritize sleep, which actually made her more productive at work because she's more well-rested. Self-doubt didn't disappear, but Casey knows how to manage it so it no longer runs her life. If you recognize yourself in these stories, take a deep breath. Nothing is wrong with you. You've just learned certain beliefs over time, and now you have the power to learn something new. I'm going to make a part 2 to this video. We'll dive into why self-doubt shows up in the first place and how we can start building something even stronger, which is self-trust. So if this resonates, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.